What up, everybody? This your girl LaLa, aka the baddest woman on YouTube, and welcome to my YouTube channel, LaLa's Empire. If you are new to my channel, make sure you go ahead and click on the subscribe button down below. Make sure you go ahead and add me on my social medias. It is in the description box as well. Even if you are not new to my channel, welcome back. In addition, make sure you guys tune in on every Thursday. I'll be there as a co-star to Venom and Smoke podcast, to the Venomous Wrestling podcast, where I'll be there with my boy Mo Young. It's lit over there if you're a wrestling fan, or if you want to take a... Oh, wait a minute, my ring light acting up. My bad. My ring light's like sinking because I got the one that folds up. But yeah, if you are a wrestling fan like myself, or you want to go ahead and reminisce, it's lit over there. So make sure you tune in every Thursday. And all the links are down in the description box down below as well. And also it is on my link tree, so have no excuse. So with that being said, I am here for another story time. Jesus, Mary, and fucking Joseph. Now, disclaimer, for identity reasons, names will not be dropped. Also, in addition, whereas if you feel like this is a hit towards you, maybe you want to change your stupid ass ways. But let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I will say this story time takes place when, I would say, the beginning of 2020. No. Was it the beginning of 2020? No, actually it was like around, yeah, it was the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic. And what happened was, apparently there were no. Yeah, it was beginning of 2020. Apparently what happened was, before the pandemic, this is when I was starting getting my foot through the door, going to hip-hop shows and whatnot, so I could get more of networking in terms of that, and more like in terms of my new YouTube channel, because this was before I started out on the podcast, on the Venom and Smoke podcast, before I put my name out there everywhere on TikTok, you name it. So the first one wasn't bad. It was one like around January where, you know, if y'all saw that last vlog, it was off the chain. I got invited to go to another hip-hop show, and I was posting this person flyers everywhere, like, you know, this person performing. I'm gonna call this person Ray. So Ray was performing. I posted up his flyers everywhere, and I got introduced to Ray's music through another friend. So what happened was, eventually, he had, you know, he was cool peoples and whatnot. So there was no issues right then and there. So when I was like the day of, I think I remember I was scheduled myself to leave early from work. This is when we was working in the office. So, you know, at my day job. So I got home, I got dressed, I called Ray, I'm on the phone with him, you know, we chopping it up. He said he had to go because I guess they were trying to get the sound together. So I'm leaving, and as I'm driving down good old ATL road, good old Georgia road, because where I stay at, I had to take 78, then to go on 285. It started to rain. And if you guys know me, you know that's where I got my car accident from, was from the rain. So I started to low-key panic. I get a text message while I'm driving, because the rain did stop for a little bit, while I was going to the venue where he was performing at. He tells me it's $20 to get in. I'm thinking in the back of my mind, you dipshit, why you didn't tell me this when we was on the phone? Granted, I had money because I know it wasn't gonna be like free and shit, but like, you could have told me. So that was like red flag number one. No, red flag was the rain driving down there. Red flag was when I'm being told that it's $20 and I'm like, I text him like, why you didn't tell me that? He was like, oh, and then he texts us back, telling me, oh, just come on, just come on. So I'm like thinking, who the fuck you talking to? I'm not one of these fucking groupies out here. And if I'm not mistaken, later on in life, I found out, you know, he had a whole girlfriend, whole baby mom, whatever. So I'm like, dude, okay, I'm coming, you know, fix your attitude. Like, you'll get beat the fuck up before you perform, you know. I'm that bitch. I fight dudes too. So I get there. Another red flag comes up where I come there and I'm being told I have to pay for parking. Parking was $10. I'm like, again, I have money, so I'm not even tripping about parking because at least I could find parking. Because when you go to certain places in Georgia, especially in Atlanta downtown, it is hard as a motherfucker to find parking. That's why certain places I would not step foot in, because of the fact that you gotta find parking or you're gonna be circling around for parking. So when anybody invites me to somewhere, the first thing I ask, how's the parking? Because I promise you, because there's times where, and that's gonna be a story time later on in life, there was times that I would be circling and could not find parking. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'm leaving. Fuck this shit, I'm out. So I found parking. And then all I see is this big ass long line. I'm like, why is there a big ass long line? What the fuck? Come to find out, it's a line full of a mixture of people, like, you know, spectators like me and artists. So I'm like, okay, why is the artist in the line? Come to find out, apparently, and this is where I said, some of y'all promoters, y'all promoters, y'all need to get y'all shit together. Some of y'all, not all of y'all, because I see some of y'all, you know, majority of y'all be on y'all shit. The rest of y'all making the good promoters look bad on their promoting game. Y'all need to get it together. How are you gonna have majority of these artists in the line and tell them, oh, well, you gotta have 5-6 people with you to get in? What? So I end up getting in line, and then I guess there was another artist in line, and, you know, I guess he had to have a couple of people with him, so I guess I joined up with him. We're still waiting. I swear on everything I lost my fucking patience. It's like, no, I'm leaving. Fuck this shit. I'm about to air this shit on my YouTube. And I was giving around, like, you know, my YouTube channel, whatever, because this is ridiculous. Like, so my thing was that one, I would take accountability. I should have asked questions. Like, okay, how much is it to get in? What time I should be there? You know, that's when that incident happened. Anybody who used to invite me to watch him perform, I will literally ask them, what time do I need to be there to meet up with you to see you perform? And I'll get that time. But if somebody else if somebody else turns around and just have me waiting for that time, guess what's gonna happen? I'm not coming. I'm not leaving my house. And that's on, how y'all say it? That's on period. So I left, I went home, and the person who introduced me to the artist, he hits me up, was like, yo, I'm here. I said, bro, I'm at my house. They had me outside for too long and I gotta work the next day. Like, that is some BS. Like, I don't care. So going forward, like, as time progresses, when people wanted me to come see the perform, I will ask, what time do you need me to be there? If I don't get a specific time, I'm not coming. They will be lucky enough to hit me up the day of, because then that's when I'll be like, oh no, I can't go. That's too late. Like, dead ass. That would be, if it's too late for me to go there to see y'all perform, I would say, hey, I'm gonna have to sit this one out. It's too late. You know, I have others who would understand. And I think I had some others, not artists, but like, you know, people who are not artists will catch an attitude. I'm like, you catch all the fucking attitude you want. You catching attitudes? Fuck you crying for, you know? So that is the story of the hip hop show Epic fail. Anybody who is trying to go to any hip hop shows and you're trying to support a specific artist, please ask that artist what time you need to Sorry about that. My camera cut off. Like I said, lesson learned. If you have an artist that you want to go ahead and support, by all means, it's cool. But I highly, strongly recommend you ask them, him or her or them, hey, what time do I need to be there so I could be there to see you perform? Now, granted, there's some will tell you like, hey, I'll get you all the specific details. And then, you know, it'll be, you know, because they don't know. But granted, where there's some that they will give you the answer right away. And then there's some that will just have you wait and wait and wait and wait, and then you keep constantly hitting them up like, hey, what time do you want to come? But they're still not responding, and then they wait till the day of to respond to you, and then it's like 9 times 10 it'll be too late, because it's like, you know, you got to sit this one out. That's too late. I'm not going to be able to show up, and they will fully understand. Or some will catch an attitude, and when you catch an attitude, then okay, that means it wasn't meant for me to show up. Like, you want me to be a goofy bitch, and I'm not doing that. However, to all the artists that I had networked with, who has not given me any flack, treat me like I'm some goofy bum bitch, thank you. Okay, you're not on my block list. I still respect y'all. But this is all I have for this lovely story time of this hip hop show epic fail. This is your girl LaLa from LaLa's Empire. Make sure you like, comment, and share this video and subscribe. Bye!